Yeah, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
We Hebrew Israelites from the County West Cleveland. And before we get started, we'll give all praise and the glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakodash.
double honors to the apostle of the Spirit Millstone, will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preach the truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. This is another lesson through the Spirit and fire, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing to us and edify to the hopeful elect. And name of this lesson is better is the end of a thing than the beginning. We gonna get straight into the account. You know, um, Genesis 25. And Genesis goes into Ra'ash Ba Ra'ashya,
Mhm.
which means the beginning. The head. But you got
Yep. This Genesis 25 and verse 1, and it reads, then again Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she
Genesis 25,
yeah, it's just 25.
21.
All right, yep. Genesis 25 and 21, and it reads, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived, and,
Uh-huh.
and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her,
Right, because she was in a lot of pain in the womb, you know, and at first she wasn't able to have children. That's what it meant by she was barren, but then, Isaac, and which is Yahweh Shah in the reincarnation, if you could receive it, you know, he prayed to the Lord so she can have children. And, she had two sons in her womb, but she was in hella pain. So she asked the Lord, if this is a blessing from you, why is I'm going through all of this sorrow, all of this pain with these children? But you keep going.
23. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
All right. So the Lord told her, because you got twins in your womb, and they're two separate people, because what's going on is they was fighting in the womb, you know, Jacob and Esau, and it's symbolic for today time, man, and because we're spiritually in the womb right now, fighting against who? This is a battle against Jacob and Esau, man, all the way to today time, man, you know. But the fight is almost over. We're coming into times where the fight is about to end, and that's what this account was about. That's what this account was symbolic for, man. It was symbolic for the fight with the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom, you know, and receiving the victory over the nation of Edom, man. And this is something that was written in the beginning, and the prophecy is being fulfilled and playing out in this time we in right now. So keep going.
It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
So the Lord giving her the breakdown. It's two different nations in her womb. One was gonna be stronger than the other. The elder was gonna serve the younger. So whoever came out first, he was gonna be the servant to uh the younger brother, man. And I'm gonna just grab this real quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 30. It say, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So there you go, man. You know, when you read the account, which we're about to read, Esau, Edom, he came out first. His nation was established first. He got the power, and the rulership first. You know, But Jacob, his rulership is about to take place in this time we in, man. It's about to have the power, the authority last. And we're going to be first within that last, man, because all nations is going to be under us, including Esau and Edom. Go ahead, keep
And
going.
if I may add, it said, and the one shall be stronger than the other. And Jake, you so-called Black Latino Native American, you're physically, you're physically, well, where I was going to get spiritually and mentally stronger than Esau. You know what I mean? And you see that through all the sports that our people are in. They dominated. You know what I mean? Even when it's baseball, basketball, football, even when they try to use golf and try to run away with that, but you had Tiger Woods dominate that. You know what I mean? That it goes to show you that Jake is physically stronger because they went through all that hell during the captivity and being over here in Babylon the Great. Esau, he can't, do the shit that Jake do, man. That's why they made a movie, White Man Can't Jump, because they try to, basically change the narrative around and say white man can't. No, you white people can't duck. Jake is the salt of the earth, man. That's right. But it says 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Right, and that's Esau today. That's what he looked like. His red, he's red. His
Mhm.
blood showed forth through his skin. You can't say, oh, it's saying, oh, he was a bloody baby. No, man, you can't, because it ain't say Jacob looking like that.
Mhm.
It showed a complete difference between the two. So it gave you a number one description what this devil Esau Edom looks like and what he was going to look like, man. Because these is two separate nations. So that means the other brother had to look completely different then. Well, keep going.
Mhm.
They going crazy with that shit.
It says 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
So what does that mean? That means what? When they was fighting in the womb, Esau, when he came out first, Jacob's hand held hold on Esau's heel, meaning what? Symbolic that he was going to overcome Esau and yank him out of power. And that's the time we're in now. You can see Jake getting that power, that authority, that rulership right now, uh, in the times we're in. We coming back to our heritage. We got the names. We following the customs. More Israelites, Northern City Kingdom, waking up to their true nationality. You know, Jake wearing beards. We was about that wearing beards and in the stages and stones and all that stuff. Women wear head coverings, all that stuff. This is the Lord setting up His people in order before our enemies' eyes, man. And Yahweh Shah, he gonna be the one to pull him out of power, man, because he's the one that gave Esau the blessing. So he gonna be the one to take away the blessing, man. He gonna use his own blessing against him, which is what? The sword, man. He that live with the sword must be killed with the sword. So that's a representation of Jacob pulling Esau out of power by the hand of Yahweh Shah, man. So this is a prophecy that was written in the beginning, playing out in these times we're in right now, in the end.
Want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Verse.
No, matter of fact, that was it on that.
Okay.
Put out, that's what you got.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 8. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud.
Ooh, that's cold right there. Better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit and the proud in spirit. The patient in spirit represents who? Jacob, nation of Israel. The proud in spirit represents who? Esau. He's proud. You know, he's hasty. He was hasty in the beginning. He hasty now. He has that proud devilish spirit upon him right now. You know, but Jake represents the meek, the lowly, the humble, the patient, the spirit, man. And we're patiently waiting for these things to come to pass, man. You know, this is the end. You know, this is the end all be all. This is Genesis 25 playing out right before your eyes, man. For our eyes. You know. I'm gonna close out with this one. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 24. It say, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. But what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." So there we go. We're hoping and we're for the kingdom, the victory, the glory to come under Yahweh Shah, man. And with patience, we're waiting for these things, man. So the kids remember Jacob. He fought all the way to the end, all the way to where they came out the womb, and still had his hand on this womb, man. Because it looked like Esau won because he came out first, but in actuality he didn't win because he got pulled back down. You know, that's a sign of victory, man. You know, so Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, we'll close out, giving all praise and the glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kabadash.
the honest apostle, elders, great millstone, for well, peace, blessing, and hopeful lake. Shalom, from Yasharal.
Shalom.
Ho, ho, ho.
Right. Allah, Yahweh,
Nah,
and